Hey y'all, come on in. I got another channel message to give. Okay. This is my stuff. Okay. I pulled from, is it Lenormand? Anyway, the card was 27, which is a 9. Okay. 9 is completion, but not finality. So, somebody's nearing finalizing something. Okay. On the card, on the card, it was a letter. Had a letter on there with a quill. Okay. So quills, a lot of time were made using goose feathers. Okay. So this is what I got. Okay. Someone could be waiting on correspondence on something. Could be waiting to hear from the job. Somebody, anything, waiting on correspondence. Okay, information coming to you. Could be slow coming. It could be through snail mail. But anyway, it's going to be slow coming. And I feel like sometimes things are slow coming because some things are not meant to be rushed. Okay, and I've also said in other things, everything's divine timing. Everything's meant to be in divine timing. Yeah, sorry for the wind. It's just crazy today. I'm about 50 miles from the beach, but it acts like beach wind here. But anyway, so the correspondence could be from someone that carries a certain familiarity with it. Okay? So this could be trying to teach patience on something. I feel like this could be something to do with patience. And also the quill, okay, if you look up and research like spiritual meanings and stuff, you can get messages from this, right? And so the quill can be significant of truth and communication. Okay, you have to be careful because a quill has to do with writing, old writing, right? Okay, so when we write things, words create spells. So you have to be careful of what you write because you're creating spells. Okay, so always be clear and concise when writing things. Don't do no crazy stuff. Don't be, I know sometimes like you get talking on the phone, some people like to doodle. Be careful what you're doodling down there. Make sure it's on the positive note. Okay, so the card I said was 27, which is a 9. Okay, 9, the number 9 ushers in transition. Okay, it's a spiritual number, right? The number 9 absorbs answers from a spiritual source and then delivers them to us. So I already said it's completion but not a finality. So during this time that you're waiting on communication, in the spiritual realm, something's being absorbed, and it's going to be delivered to us, right? So everything starts above in another realm, right? Not in this 3D realm that we live on. Because you can't be everywhere all the time. So all great things must start in the spiritual realm, and sometimes it takes time to filter down to us. So in that card, like I said, in that card, it had a letter and a quill on it. So it tells me also somebody could be possibly having thoughts of communicating with somebody. Maybe you haven't been in communication with somebody, but you're thinking maybe this is a good idea. Maybe I need to communicate with somebody. Just make sure that you're doing it for good reasons. Think about your reasons for wanting to communicate with somebody. Make sure you're coming out of your spiritual person with it, and not 3D. Don't let your emotions get in the way of stuff like that. Like I said, writing is spells, words are spells. Pay attention to what people say, pay attention to what you say. So quills, like I said, usually come from a goose, but it can be other birds. So it tells me pay attention to spirit animals you see in birds, you see in certain birds. If something sticks out to you, Google it. Put in the spiritual meaning of a goose, or the spiritual meaning of a crow, spiritual meaning of a woodpecker. You'll get your answers, The answers are there. We just got to decipher them. But it said it could be, this communications letter could be from someone that carries a certain familiarity with it. I'm hearing, I'm getting that this may have something to do with something you had to do with in the past. Like you might have worked at a certain place, and you're going to get communication that they may be wanting you to come back. Something along those lines. Okay, I'm getting that for somebody. At a place that you worked prior. Y'all, that's my dogs making this crazy ass noise. They're so jealous of each other, so anyway, so it could be somebody could be gonna get communication from a company that you work for before. Or you may be gonna get, communication from something that you've been, thinking about, something be familiar with it. Okay, it's definitely going to be a test that you're going to go through. It's going to bring a communication, and this will bring a test. No, not all tests are bad. Not all tests are bad. Because this is going to usher in something that we need, because it ushers in transition. So whatever this communication that you're going to get is going to cause transition within something. I'm hearing, don't pre-think anything. Don't pre-think anything. Get up, go about your day, doing the best you can, with a clear mind, clear thoughts, clear thoughts on what you want. If you're like in limbo, just be clear on your thoughts, on your manifestations. The universe don't know if we're not clear, the universe can't be clear on what to give us. So just be clear and concise. If you think back to when people wrote with quills, it was nice, neat, writing. So again, don't pay my dogs no attention. So anyway, but yeah, the writing with quills it was fancy and nice and neat. So be clear, concise. Somebody could study calligraphy. What is that word? Calligraphy. Oh, I can't even say it. Writing, calligraphy. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. So be on the lookout for some kind of communication coming in, a letter, particularly a letter. Because that's going to lead to a transition. because it's going to usher in the transition. Because this whole time while we're waiting, you know, the answers are being absorbed from the spiritual realm. And then, once that finalizes in the spiritual realm, then it will come on down to us. Or whoever I'm talking to get it, you know. So that's what I got. I hope it helps somebody. I hope it makes sense to somebody. Anywho, I hope y'all have a good day. I hope.